everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bengals going up against the Jets. With that, we'll get up to the Meadowlands as we introduce our new Madden broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, to use a Broadway term, break a leg.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Forte, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running back quicker than ever before.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. His throw incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And here's a look at the starting offense. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Fielded at the 33. And there's a flag on the field. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Passing, it's Dalton. He's going to let this thing. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Andy Dalton eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The 6th overall pick in 2015, Leonard Williams, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
Matt Forte with green grass ahead. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there on the ground by Forte. 81 yards. They go play action here on. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 72 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And the Jets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. To Decker over the middle. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's Fitzpatrick, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle, forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Forte trying to run inside, but nothing there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Dalton. Backing up. Under pressure, they got him again. Jordan Jenkins, the rookie from Georgia, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
He sets, looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down, surveying the field. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 39 that time. And now a first down following that long gain. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Dalton now to pass. Being chased out left. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They come out here in the I. They'll run here with Bernard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Forte, the lone running back. First down, Fitzpatrick. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he's got Decker, left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock.
Looking for the speedy Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. To the left side here for Eifert. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Dalton. And Tate's got it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From midfield here, Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Green will come in motion right. 2nd down, Dalton. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Dalton sets up play action. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And his kick is right through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And on a return, here comes Adam Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They send Green to the left on his own. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? They set up the screen to Hill. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The drive begins with a run by Forte. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots. and powered forward and got the first down.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, hang on a moment here. Marshall's in some pain. Still down. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Forte, the lone running back. Now a play fake here on first down. Right side, there's Decker. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Jets.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's brought down. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Jet first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte, his first touchdown as a New York Jet. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So Matt Forte in a Jets jersey. He's got a little age on the tires, but gets into the end zone for the first time this year.
You're exactly right. A little age on the tires and boulders on his shoulders because he wants to show everyone the age doesn't matter and wants to prove to his last team, the team in Chicago, they still had something left in the tank.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And over the middle, it's LaFell. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Hill, the lone setback. Dalton now to pass. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to... And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals! Jeremy Hill, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And now out come the Jets. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And incomplete. From the gun, Fitzpatrick to Decker over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Fitzpatrick now on second down. Rolling to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Surveying the field. He finds Tompkins complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On first down, this is Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Second down, Fitzpatrick trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 33 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Forte, the lone running back. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try to run with Forte. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jace Amaro from 3 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded at the 6. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Dalton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look cool. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forte, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now Jones. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Going up top. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Four down. Alert. Over. Tighten up. Three.
Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Fitzpatrick here to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Even. Set. Ready. Move.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
You got 4. Set. Move. Force. Watch safety creeping.
They go back to the ground attack here. It's Forte. And able to push it. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Amaro's got it, left side. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jace Amaro, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now Jones. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. Dalton now to pass. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Fitzpatrick now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by George Iloka. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, week one behind us now. Always tough to start the season on the losing side.
It is, but you know, the teams that know how to recover, that understand it's just week one, are the teams that will sustain and end up having a good season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.